Well, last night there was harness racing at Geelong, and we'll be back to take a look at the legs of the QUADRELLA in just a moment. The first leg stand in line was a long odds-on favourite.
Then Dinard making some ground, followed by Yambat, well back as Shandley Boy. It's Cheeky Charlie and Tubba Rubber Valley, but stand in line straightens up 6 metres in front. Old Pebble can't pick him up. Vintage Blenders boxing on, followed by Brave Gent, then Dinard. At the 100 though, and it's all stand in line. Never ever in doubt. Vintage Blenders getting into second placing from Old Pebble, but stand in line scores comfortably by 6 metres to Vintage Blend. 8 metres away third was Old Pebble.
Yes, the favourite home easily. Stand in line, 3's on. Vintage Blend 14's Old Pebble at 50s. In the third race, He's a Campbell, the favourite at 2's.
Take a few metres, Can Trip. It comes up. It looks a perfect line. They're set. They're racing. He's a Campbell has gone away fairly well. Sam Welby's gone away quickly. Leads early from just 80. Royal Valley back in the field is scrambling. Very slow to begin. Murray Victor. Kitlin's Ken, he's reneged once again. Well, he hasn't changed this time in. He stood flat-footed, swung around. He's tailing the field about 250 metres away. Can Trip is now breaking up, coming off the back in the first circuit, and Sam Welby in front. From on the outside, working up to be a clear second, just 80. He's a Campbell third, the leader's back, and 5 metres away, Verdale low. Malaguena back on the fence, working up Magnus Red. 6 metres back in the field is Delamore, followed by Royal Valley. A break of 15 metres to Murray Victor. Back in behind them came Can Trip and tailed off as Kitlin's Kin. In the straight the first time, Sam Welby in front by 4 metres to He's a Campbell with a nice trail. A metre on the outside, just 80. 1 out is Verdale low. Fourth and racing, 3 back on the fences, Malaguena. 4 metres away, Magnus Red. In behind them, working up as Delamore, and back on the rail, Can Trip is making ground. Royal Valley from second last going forward, 6 metres to Murray Victor, and 200 metres away, Kitlin's Kin. Along the back once again at the lap and a half mark, and Sam Welby quickens up. He's 5 metres in front of just 80 on the outside of He's a Campbell, enjoying a nice trail. Royal Valley out 3 wide going forward at the 1250 metre turn. Verdale low is 1 out, back on the fence, Malaguena. 2 metres to Magnus Red on the fence, Can Trip, followed by Delamore, Murray Victor, and tailed off Kitlin's Kin. Around the turn, 1,000 to go. Royal Valley on the outside draws a neck in front of Sam Welby. 4 metres away, just 80. He's a Campbell's had a nice run, in need of a run though, followed by Verdale low on the outside. On its back in turn came Magnus Red. The big fellow Malaguena racing, 3 back on the fence. 4 metres to Delamore. 4 back on the fence, Can Trip. 6 metres to Murray Victor, and tailed off Kitlin's Kin. At the Charger circuit to go, Sam Welby in front. He's had a fairly handy run by 4 metres to Royal Valley. 2 metres away, back on the fence, He's a Campbell being shaken up, followed by just 80 under pressure. Malaguena back on the rail from Verdale low, about to go forward. Can Trip on the fence, followed by Magnus Red, Delamore, and 3 wide back at the tail, Murray Victor. Inside the 600 down the back, Sam Welby only a metre in front of Royal Valley, the outside. He's a Campbell locked up third. Going forward out 3 wide now. Verdale low coming at them very quickly. Just 80, 3 wide. Malaguena coming 1 off the fence. Magnus Red going forward. Can Trip in behind them, followed by Delamore going forward, followed by Murray Victor. But Verdale low may have stolen a march before the turn of the 250. He's a Campbell, still can't get a run. Magnus Red gets to second. Delamore out wide making ground. Royal Valley, Sam Welby can't go on. He's a Campbell now coming 1 off the fence, but Verdale low bolted away at the top of the straight. It's 10 metres in front of Magnus Red, followed by Delamore. He's a Campbell now out in the clear, only plodding on, but Verdale low in front. It's getting weary, has a big break though, and Verdale low scores comfortably by 5 metres to Delamore. 1.5 metres away third, Magnus Red. He's a Campbell in behind them. Can Trip's been a fair run, followed by Sam Welby. Wide out was Murray Victor from Malaguena, Royal Valley. Just 80's run last, and 180 metres away still to arrive as Kitlin's Kin.
Verdale low at 7 to 1, Delamore 9s, Magnus Red 33s. He's a Campbell, the favourite unplaced. In race 4, Port Macquarie, the favourite at 5 to 4.
Straightened up racing, Wealthy Guy was slow out. Port Macquarie out wide, he's come out galloping, hasn't lost any ground. Hot Shot and he lands in front from Port Macquarie, the outside being hard driven, looking for the lead. And Maycross, Hot Shot and he too coming off the back. Slow to begin was Rose Whisper, Can't Miss, and missing at 15 metres was Scottish Victory. Port Macquarie crosses Hot Shot and he early though. Baron Bray back in behind them is settling down 4th last in the race after being only fairly away. Bayside Brett works up to be 3rd. Curubin weighs out 3 and 4 wide going forward on the turn the first time, followed by Royal Shoes. Arch Principle back on the fence, working up as Bankura Beach. Wealthy Guy the rail, caught 3 wide, can't miss. One off the rail there is Baron Bray. Second last, Rose Whisper, and 6 metres away, Scottish Victory. At the winning post, 2 circuits out. Port Macquarie's in front by a sulky's length to Curubin Way, who works up on the outside to face the breeze. Hot Shot Annie racing third, the leader's back, and 1 out is Bayside Brett. 3 back on the fence, Arch Principle, and it's back in turn, Wealthy Guy. Royal Shoes in the running line, being trailed up by Bankura Beach, who's 4 back on the outside. Baron Bray now from 4th last out, 3 wide asked to go forward. Then Rose Whisper, can't miss, still racing 3 wide and second last, and 1 off the fence is Scottish Victory. Halfway along the back once again, Port Macquarie's in front and shaken up, being joined by Baron Bray on the outside, and now sits up within a metre of Port Macquarie off the back of the 1250 metre turn. Hot Shot only doing a nicely third, 2 metres away on the outside, Curubin Way. Bayside Brett on the outside of Arch Principle, 4 metres to Wealthy Guy. Royal Shoes on the outside, followed by Bankura Beach, Rose Whisper, then Can't Miss, and a metre back on the fence is Scottish Victory. They wheel around the turn, a circuit to go. Port Macquarie has been in front from the outset, 2 metres to Baron Bray the outside. Hot Shot Annie racing third, 4th Curubin Way, 5th on the inside Arch Principle. Bayside Brett 3 back on the outside, being trailed up by Royal Shoes. Wealthy Guy 4 back on the fence, followed by Bankura Beach, 4th last out of the straight. Scottish Victory 3rd last, the inside of Rose Whisper, and Can't Miss is last. Out of the straight at the 650, Port Macquarie held together by 4 metres to Baron Bray on the outside of Hot Shot Annie. Arch Principle's had a nice run, but held up on the back of Hot Shot Annie. Curubin Way on the outside, 1 out, followed by Wealthy Guy on the inside. Can't get a run from Bayside Brett. In behind them, Royal Shoes from Scottish Victory, Bankura Beach. Can't Miss second last and 3 wide, and 4 metres away, Rose Whisper. At the 400 now, Port Macquarie 2 metres in front of Baron Bray, the outsider, sticking on. Out 3 wide is Curubin Way, making some ground. Hot Shot and he hopped there for a stride, contacted Wealthy Guy, Arch Principle. Bayside Brett pulls to the outside, 4 wide. Then Royal Shoes from Can't Miss, Bankura Beach, Scottish Victory, and Rose Whisper. But Port Macquarie straightens up 3 metres in front. Baron Bray can't pick it up. Curubin Way running home fairly well. Hot Shot and he gets the run on the fence. It's still Port Macquarie 2 metres in front. Baron Bray lunging with Curubin Way, Arch Principle the outside. Port Macquarie's in front, and Port Macquarie has just got in. Arch Principle out wide, I think, has run second. Maybe Curubin Way third, a nose to Baron Bray. Hot Shot and he back in behind them from Scottish Victory. Then Bayside Brett from Royal Shoes, Rose Whisper, Can't Miss, and last in was Wealthy Guy.
And the favourite home, Port Macquarie, 5-4 favourite, Arch Principle 12s, Curubin 5/20s. In the last leg of the Quadrella, Channel Thunder the popular pick.
Line looks okay, they're racing. Channel Thunder out wide, he's come away quickly with Wee Common and also Joe Louis, but he can't cross Channel Thunder. He's caught out 3 wide, living the straight the first time. Tarlet and Kid just in behind them, racing 3 and 4 deep there, Victory Joe. Tar Hill 1 off the fence there, followed by Times Run Out. Tar Hill now caught 3 wide momentarily, making ground the rail early, Davey Be Good, as Joe Louis in front, but Channel Thunder being given full bore on the outside along the back, and the first circuit now crosses. Channel Thunder the new leader. Corfu settles down second last, and 4 metres away the supreme ruler. Along the back, and Channel Thunder in front by 4 metres to Joe Louis. Up on the outside, Victory Joe. 1 out early as Wee Comet. Back on the fence, Davey Be Good. He's mixing his gear for a stride or 2 there. 4 metres away, Tarlet and Kid. Times Run Out racing 4 back on the fence. 4 metres to Tar Hill. 5 metres away, Corfu second last. And on us back in turn, the supreme ruler. Approaching the turn inside the lap into quarter mark. And Channel Thunder in front by 2 metres to Victory Joe. 1 by 1 as Wee Comet. On the leader's back as Joe Louis. 4 metres away, Tarlet and Kid on a loose rein, and back on the fence, Davey Be Good. He's still pacing a little bit roughly and hopping, being trailed up there by Times Run Out. Tar Hill the outside, Corfu second last restrained, and from last here's the supreme ruler going forward, and Corfu should tack up onto his back. Out of the straight, the final time at the 650, Channel Thunder in front. From second last and last now, the supreme ruler going forward. Corfu now latches onto its back in turn. Victory Joe has worked second, a metre back on the rail. Joe Louis racing third. 2 metres away, Wee Comet fourth. Tarlet and Kid out 3 wide. Times Run Out now coming 1 off the fence. On the rail is Davey Be Good. The supreme ruler out 3 wide, followed by Tar Hill. And still last is Corfu. He'll have to go 6 and 8 deep though inside the 400. Channel Thunder the favourite in front by 2 metres. Victory Joe can't go on. Wee Comet out 3 wide. gets to second. Breaking Davy Be Good. Joe Louis can't get a run. Then Time for an out 3 wide, making ground, followed by Tarleton Kid. Corfue's gone right off the track on the home turn, followed by the Supreme Ruler. But the favourite Channel Thunder straightens up, and he got away by 5 metres to Wee Comet. Making ground, Time for an out the outside. Channel Thunder 2 metres in front. Time for an out absolutely swamping him on the outside, but the post is too close, and Channel Thunder wins by a metre to Time for an out. 5 metres away, third, Wee Comet. Then Tarleton Kid from Tar Hill. Victory Joe in behind them from Joe Louis, the Supreme Ruler. Corfue's run second last, and last in was Davy Be Good.
And another favourite in, Channel Thunder 5 to 4. Times run out 9 to 2. Wee Comet 16 to 1. And the Quadrella at Geelong on 6, 3, 6 and 5, $143.15. Speaking of harness racing, Kilmore Cup Day tomorrow and a magnificent day of action. That's all we have time for this morning on World of Sport Replay. World of Sport coming up, and we'll be taking yet another look at the memorable WS Cox Plate. My thanks to Opal Male Fashion at Southland. Lots of winners in the week to come.
Richards in line the